Good Tuesday, everyone, and welcome to this edition of Conversations Daily News. I'm your host, Cyrus Webb. Glad you all could join us once again. We, of course, have your news headlines coming up on this Tuesday. We have the Truth of the Day with Mary Ellen Ciganovich, and today, in an entertainment spotlight, you're being part of my conversation with writer and director Jamie Anderson. Enjoy today's broadcast. For Conversations Daily News, I'm Cyrus Webb with their Tuesday headlines. In Mississippi news, the Mississippi State Department of Health has reported 705 new COVID-19 cases and 11 additional deaths. There have now been in Mississippi 275,706 COVID-19 cases and 6,056 coronavirus-related deaths in the state since March of 2020. In a related story, the U.S. is in an absolute race against time to vaccinate as many people as possible before new COVID-19 variants take hold of the country. Several experts warn that while COVID-19 numbers may be trending in the right direction for now, the next few weeks could be a different story unless Americans double down on safety measures and vaccinations ramp up. Tens of millions of Americans collected unemployment benefits for at least some period of time last year due to the pandemic's hit on the economy. Some people may be in for a negative surprise when they do their taxes this year. With the continuation of the pandemic, the Girl Scouts of America is getting creative for cookie season. Besides safe, in-person sales, the beloved cookies will be sold online for a second year and for the first time through food delivery service Grubhub. In a related story, pandemic's deadliest month in U.S. ends with signs of progress. The deadliest month yet of the coronavirus outbreak in the U.S. drew to a close with certain signs of progress. COVID-19 cases and hospitalizations are plummeting, while vaccinations are picking up speed. The question is whether the nation can stay ahead of the fast-spreading mutations of the virus. The U.S. death toll has climbed past 440,000, with over 95,000 lives lost in January alone. Deaths are running at about 3,150 per day on average, down slightly by about 200 from their peak in mid-January. But as the calendar turned to February on Monday, the number of Americans in the hospital with COVID-19 fell below 100,000 for the first time in 2 months. New cases of infection are averaging about 148,000 a day, falling from almost 250,000 in mid-January. And cases are trending downward in all 50 states. In business news, the Congressional Budget Office projects 4.6% growth in Biden's first year, with jobs lagging. The U.S. economy is projected to grow at a robust 4.6% annual rate this year, but employment isn't expected to return to pre-pandemic levels until 2024, the Congressional Budget Office said on Monday. The 10-year outlook said the economic recovery from the coronavirus got a boost from an unprecedented wave of government spending to combat the outbreak, such that growth could pass its maximum sustainable level in early 2025 before returning to a long-run average of 1.7%. Based on the Congressional Budget Office projections, economic growth will be the strongest since 1999. In more business news, Wall Street recovers some of last week's drop, and silver climbs. Stocks notched broad gains on Wall Street Monday, clawing back some of their losses following the market's worst weekly loss since October. The S&P 500 rose 1.6%. The benchmark index was coming off a 3.3% slide last week when volatility spiked as online traders, hoping to inflict damage on hedge funds, fueled a frenzy in GameStop and a few other stocks. Meanwhile, the price of silver jumped at one point to its highest level in 8 years. Analysts said the precious metal became another target for online investors seeking to go up against big Wall Street players. And finally, in entertainment news, Saved by the Bell star Dustin Diamond dies of cancer at 44. Saved by the Bell star Dustin Diamond died Monday after a 3-week fight with cancer, according to its representative. Dustin did not suffer. He did not have to lie submerged in pain. For that, we are grateful, the actor's spokesman Roger Paul said in the statement. Diamond, best known for playing the quirky, nerdy Screech on the hit 90s sitcom, was hospitalized last month in Florida, and his team disclosed later that he had cancer. Former co-star Mario Lopez took to Twitter to say farewell. Dustin, you will be missed, my man. The fragility of this life is something never to be taken for granted. Another co-star called Diamond a true comedic genius, adding, "I will miss those raw, brilliant sparks that only he was able to produce." Saved by the Bell aired from 1989 to 1993, and its related shows included Saved by the Bell: The College Years, Good Morning Miss Bliss, and Saved by the Bell: The New Class, which Diamond starred in. Cyrus Webb, Conversations Daily News. It's on time for the Truth of the Day with Mary Ellen Ciganovich. Enjoy.
Hi, this is Mary Ellen with your Truth of the Day. All the answers are within you. Many of you seek answers to life questions by looking outside of yourself. You give yourself reasons why you can't have the life you desire. You give other people excuses and reasons for mistreating you or letting you down. Trusting your knowings, God's voice, your inner wisdom, may be awkward at first, particularly if you grew up around people who taught you to always look to others for your own answers. All of us have exclusive access to our inner knowings, to the voice of God. The only thing you have to do is listen. Be patient as you relearn to hear, receive, understand your internal guidance system. When you trust yourself for all your answers, you will instinctively know what is right for you. Today, know the answers you seek can be found by answering your own questions. And remember, enjoy the day.
Today's Entertainment Spotlight features Jamie Anderson, right here on Conversations Daily News. For Conversations Daily News, I'm Cyrus Webb with the Entertainment Spotlight. Writer and director Jamie Anderson joined me recently on Conversations Live, the radio show, to talk about her love of storytelling through film and sharing that experience with all of us. Here's a bit of our conversation.
Well, look, I have to say this first of all, especially for our radio audience. We both have a Mississippi connection. The Magnolia State being a part of our lives, and I'm really excited about the opportunity, Jamie, to be able to talk to you. I want to talk to you though first about the experience. What has it been like for you to do what you love in the creative arena, and to be able to see the response to it?
It's been incredible, really. I mean, I think I realized how much I love writing and directing after, a career in acting and television and film. And I realized my greatest passion was helping others shine on film. And to do that, usually in a comedic way. A lot of my stuff is comedic, but with a lot of heart. And it's been my great honor, honestly, to be able to do that for other people.
I'm sure you've heard what a lot of especially our radio audience, Jamie, have heard, and that is about, where stars are made, right? People will tell you where you have to be from, who you have to know. But, what was it about the industry that made you say, this is something I want to do, and then kind of take the steps to do it?
Well, I think I wanted it from a very young age, growing up in Gulfport, Mississippi. And, I think for me, even as a child, I loved being able to express myself through my art, and then that transferred, through my life, in film and television, and for me, I think, you have to be able to not listen to any of the, a lot of the BS out there, and be empowered just to make your own stuff, to create no matter what's going on in the world and what's going on around you.
Cyrus Webb, Conversations Daily News. We thank you all for tuning in to this edition of Conversations Daily News. We'll have you guys on tomorrow with more news, Truth of the Day with Mary Ellen Ciganovich, and of course your Entertainment Spotlight. Until then, I'm your host, Cyrus Webb, saying as always, enjoy your day, enjoy your life, enjoy your world. Thank you all for choosing Conversations Daily News today. Let's make it a great one.